All right, so we got $6.50 for 4.5 miles. Also not fantastic. Pickup from Scramblers, and then we'll be dropping off by High Banks Metro Park. Not the best, not the worst. So just to kick off today, we'll go ahead and accept this. Navigate to 8679 Senkis Boulevard. All right, perfect. So I'm running version 14.2.1 for Tesla's full self-driving. I'm going to go ahead and click on that blue button to engage full self-driving. If you're new here, my name is Barry. Thank you for stopping in. By popular demand, I'm doing another DoorDash FSD video. I really appreciate all the support I got on my last one. If you enjoy this type of content, I would really appreciate it if you hit that subscribe button. It really helps me out. So for the majority of today's video, you're going to see my car drive itself. This is Tesla's full self-driving capability. This is my way of showcasing the amazing technology that full self-driving offers, both just regular civilians commuting to and from work, but also if you're doing gig apps like DoorDash, Uber Eats, Uber, Rideshare, etc. This has the strength and power to really help you out if you are in gig work. I'm just going to be supervising the vehicle and let it do its thing. It should drive me from end to end all by itself. Now, I'll mention 14.2.1 is definitely a wonky build. My last video, I think I was still on 14.1.4, and it was fantastic. That build was great. I barely had to do anything. I did not like the brake checks and like the weird behavior in terms of just brake stuttering. That was terrible. Apart from that, though, that build was near perfect. Then I got 14.2, and now I'm on 14.2.1, like the majority of hardware for cars, and it's definitely not great. So I think probably this video isn't going to be as smooth as my previous DoorDash video, but we'll see. The goal is to not have to take over. The goal is not to disengage. It should just drive us from end to end, from the pickup point at the restaurant to the customer's address, and hopefully we can make that happen. We have parking lot selected. I am in standard mode. I'll leave it as is, and then we're showing about a 1.6 mile trip to Scramblers to pick up the food. Here's an interesting situation. We have a pickup truck, or a truck rather, blocking the road and an ambulance coming at us at the same time. Okay, very good. FSD kind of froze in place as it should. That truck was blocking us anyways. I imagine if that truck was not blocking us, that ambulance or that fire truck would have allowed FSD, or provoked FSD rather, to move over and also stop in place. It does a really good job at responding to emergency vehicles on the road, both from the parallel side of the road and from behind. It does a really good job in this build. All right, so this vehicle is in the middle lane trying to merge into traffic. Great job by FSD waiting for that car to merge into the traffic before assuming this center shared lane. So great job there, pulling into the parking lot. All right, I'll take it. Scramblers is all the way over there. This is a tight fit though, very, very tight fit. Nose in job though, so that's great. I like that. Perfect, there you go, successful drop off. Let's go pick up the food. All right, guys, so we picked up the first order of the day, and now we're gonna go ahead and drop it off. All right, so just for reference, this is the parking job here. Pretty good, pretty centered. I'm pretty happy with it. All right, so we got the customer's food right here. We have the customer's address inputted into the navigation. All we gotta do is click start full self-driving. Got a pickup truck right here, right behind us with a trailer, so we're just waiting patiently for them to cross. A little bit of cross traffic here. But the thing about FSD is it has 10x the amount of eyes that we do. We have 2, and this thing has, I don't remember the exact number of cameras, but it has a lot. Whether it's 10x or something similar, it's a lot. And so it never has to blink. Whoa, 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 whoa. So that was crazy because FSD was being cautious, but one thing it doesn't do is honk like that. So if I didn't honk, I don't know what it would have done there, if it would have stopped, if it would have tried to like be proactive about that situation. But you saw that car was pulling out with no regard to us. Comically enough, I was literally just saying that the FSD never has to blink. It's never distracted. It sees the world around it in a way that human eyes will never be able to. And so that was a classic example of somebody just pulling out of a parking spot and having no regard to the world around them. We're going through this roundabout now. I get some comments asking how FSD does in roundabouts. It does really good. It does really good. I never really have any issues. One thing that FSD does that most humans do, including myself, is use the turn signal here. So you see it's trying to make a left here, then it put the turn signal to the right because it's taking this exit. I think that's good practice. Like, that's probably best practice. It's just not something that I do. I'm not sure if you guys do that. Let me know down in the comments. Like, when you use a roundabout, do you use a turn signal? Definitely not something that I do at all. Like, I can't think of any time I've done that. So unfortunately, this is an example of what I was saying with 14.2.1 having a little bit of regression points for me. The route it's taken right now is not ideal because this main road here, we have traffic going north and south, and it's as you can see, it's extremely busy with semi trucks, with a ton of traffic. And so now it's going to have to wait most likely a pretty long time. It's 1:55 right now. By the time this road clears, I wouldn't be surprised if we're at 5 minutes. I might be wrong, but we'll see. So we're somewhat clear on the left side, but we're certainly not clear on the right, so this is kind of the problem. I wonder if it's going to go in the middle and just hang out in the middle. But you could see right now it's completely clear on the left, somewhat clear on the right. Okay, good job. Good job. So it's 1:56 and it completed that much faster than I thought. So good stuff. It was assertive. It went right for it as soon as it found a small, safe opening. So good stuff there. All right, so we're pulling in. We have parking lot selected. Let me quickly switch this over to curbside. I just want to see where it's going to drop us off. Typically with apartment complexes, I favor doing a curbside drop off because I'm literally just in and out. And if FSD blocks like certain parking spots and I think it's not a good drop-off point, I'll just repark myself. But generally speaking, it's pretty good at doing curbside drop-offs in an area like this, like an apartment complex. So we'll see here. Some garages here on the right, and we're in the vicinity. It's gonna be one of these buildings here on the left. So it should just drop us off right here. Good stuff. So again, we're not blocking too many things. This is literally going to be a 30-second drop off. So I'll leave it here, not going to disengage or repark. Let me go ahead and drop off their food real quick. All right, guys, so we just dropped off that customer's order. We just had a new offer come in, $7 for 4.5 miles. Not the best, not the worst. I'll go ahead and accept it though. So let's go ahead and navigate to 7105 North High Street. All right. We got that pickup point. I think it's a Five Guys, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it looks like Five Guys. So let's go ahead and start self-driving. Forgive me, by the way, I forgot to bring the insulated red bag for the food today. I got a lot of comments saying that I should have brought it. By the way, I do have one. DoorDash sent me one as part of like their initial like welcome offer. Once you complete like, I don't know, I think it was like 10 deliveries, they'll send you a free insulated red bag. But forgive me, I forgot it at home. I promise in my next video, if you guys want to see these videos, like if you enjoy watching these DoorDash FSD videos and you want to see more, I promise I'll start bringing it and making sure that the food stays warm. I will say, like, I keep, you know, it's cold outside, so I keep the cabin pretty warm, so I'm not too concerned. But yeah, so I will bring it, I promise. We have a 7-minute trip to Five Guys. Almost said BurgerFi. But yeah, I'll see you guys once we get a little bit closer. Okay, so we're pulling into the plaza here. I have parking lot selected, but let me do a curbside. Let's see if, you know, it could just pull us right in front of Five Guys here. It should be, yeah, it's that corner. So we'll see how it does curbside. It's actually kind of small. Let me switch it to park mode, just in case, because there's a lot of, you know what? That's fine. It's too late. It's already parking. So we'll just do park. Good job again with the nose in. It's going to correct itself just a little bit. Okay, good job. Good job. It's pretty fairly even right here. Of course, I'll get the camera outside, but yeah, not bad. So let's go pick up the customer's food. Alrighty, guys, we got the food. Now let's go ahead and drop it off. So I said I would get a some footage of the parking job. I mean, it's sticking out pretty decently, so I would say actually that's not as good as I thought. There is some room up front here you could see, so yeah, not the best, but I wanted to record it for the video. All right, guys, so we got the customer's food, we got the address submitted into the navigation system, we are ready to go. But you know, I got to get a quick thumbnail for the video first, so I'm going to pull up real quick, get a picture, and then we'll head off. Okay, I got a quick thumbnail here, Five Guys food. Let's go ahead and start self-driving. We're going to go over to the customer. We're showing about 9 minutes, 2.8 miles. Again, this was not the best offer, but you know, I'm just taking these offers not so much for the value of the actual offer, but more so just to showcase the, you know, technology, showcase the drive, highlight the decisions that full self-driving makes along the way. So but I will be more mindful like in the next few offers of how good or not good the actual offers are, but you know, for now we're just kind of accepting it as they come. We are declining some of the really bad ones though, of course. So we'll be making a left here at this light, and I'll check in with you guys once we get a little bit closer to the drop-off point. I will have, since this is an apartment complex, I'll select curbside, and then we'll see once we get there. Okay, we're pulling in to the apartment complex. Went through that speed bump nicely. There's going to be a couple of speed bumps here. Okay, so we're finally making it to the specific building drop-off point here. It's one of the last buildings in the complex, so it's should be one of these here. I have curbside selected. I'll leave that as is. We'll see where it decides to drop us off. Perfect. Should be a good area. Excellent. It's going to be one of these buildings on the left, so good job. We're 2 for 2. Let me go ahead and drop off the customer's food. All right, guys, so we completed that delivery. We're 2 for 2. Good stuff. You can see on the map here, here's where we are, and here's where a hotspot is. So typically what I like to do is navigate towards the hotspot after making a delivery. And then if I get an offer on the way, I'll just end the trip and then add in the new point. So for now, let's go to navigate to Polaris Fashion Place. Perfect. So that's just like the center point that I like to navigate to. It's a busy area, usually a lot of offers, but a lot of times I'll get offers just driving to that spot. So if that happens, I will check in with you guys. All right, so we got another offer here, $12.75 for 14.4 miles. That is an absolute decline. Not good. All right, we got another one, $4.50 for 13 miles. Sometimes I don't know how they come up with these offers. Like this might be the worst offer I've ever gotten. I don't know, that's terrible. $4.50 for 13 miles. Man, that's crazy. Decline. All right, so we got another one coming in from Chipotle, $7.75 for 3 miles. Also not the best, but I mean, considering those last 2 or 3 offers, it's a lot more enticing. So we'll go ahead and accept this offer. All right, pulling into the parking lot here where Chipotle is. It's going to be right around the corner. We do have parking lot selected, so it should find a spot somewhere near or around Chipotle. We've got a Cybertruck here on our left. So Chipotle is all the way around that side of the plaza. Unfortunately, it's parking us very far away from Chipotle. It is what it is. I'll leave it alone, but it really, ideally, it should have went all the way back down that way first. But it's taken us pretty far away, so it is what it is. It's just reparking here. 14.2.1 seems like it does a pretty good job at correcting its parking, which is pretty good. Okay, dropped us off. Let's go pick up the food. All right, guys, we got the Chipotle. Here's the parking job. Not bad. Definitely not bad. Let's go and drop off the food. All right, so we're all situated. We got the order from Chipotle. We have the destination added, which is actually a restaurant, so it's probably employees wanting Chipotle. They don't want to eat at their restaurant. But yeah, so we have 8 minutes. Let's go ahead and start self-driving. Looking at this map here, let's take a look at this. This might be one of those things I was telling you about. For some reason, we're having navigation is telling us to go right, make a U-turn, then go all the way back around. This makes absolutely no sense right now because we could make a left here at this light. There's no reason we need to make a right, then make a U-turn, then go back. This intersection allows to make a left-hand turn and we would have been on our way. So this is exactly the type of navigation weirdness that I've been talking about with this build. It's definitely very frustrating, and for DoorDashing, it adds more time to your delivery drop-off, which is not great. I'm not going to disengage because the point is to not have to disengage. This is not a safety concern. This is not a critical concern. It's just something that's like, you know, just bad navigation. And so you could see now it's going to make a U-turn here, then make its way back. But any other human would have just made that left turn over there. So it makes no sense, but you know, it is what it is. I hope they fix these navigation issues very soon with the next build, because this is just a little too weird for me. Okay, so we're finally clear to make this U-turn, but we have this car waiting. Okay, good stuff. It let this car drive off first, and then it's making the U-turn. So good stuff. All right, making a left here into the plaza, and then the drop-off point is going to be somewhat towards the middle of the plaza here. So we're going to make pretty much a wraparound, as you can see on the GPS. I have parking lot selected still, so we'll let it park. I'm curious which spot it's going to take, because from here on out, it could pretty much choose any one. Again, if I was driving, I would park somewhat close, like pretty much in the area that it's deciding to park. So this is not a bad spot at all. Again, nose in parking spot. So interesting, it's really favoring the nose in. By the way, at the time of recording this video, Tesla yesterday released their holiday update. So that is super exciting. A lot of cool, neat little features that are included in the 2025 holiday update. Some are a little bit more gimmicky, like the Santa mode. There's a couple other like toy box features. I don't really use too much of those, though it's cool to, you know, it's nice. It's cool for those people that enjoy it. There is one feature. It's called the Supercharger Site Map, and it's being piloted in a small cluster right now. It's about 18 to 25 superchargers, and it's basically a 3D rendering of the supercharger with parking spots, including handicap. So there's a screenshot. I'll throw it up here on the video so you can see, or even a video. And there's a handicap spot that's marked now at the superchargers. I thought that was super, super cool, and it could potentially mean something bigger for handicap, you know, rendering and handicap functionality in parking lots. So that was really cool. All right, we got to offer $7.50 for 4.6 miles. Also not the best. Let's see, should we accept it? Yeah, we can go ahead and accept this one. Again, it's not great, it's not bad, but let me end this trip. Navigate to 8460 Lyra Drive. All right, so we're navigating there. It's actually right around the corner, so that worked out very nice. But what we have to do is we have to make our way over. See that hesitation right there? Did you see that? So as I was saying just now, there's a lot of congestion, a lot of traffic, and at the same time I was saying that, it started hesitating. That's kind of been the theme with 14.2.1 with lane changes. It's been very, very sensitive. All right, cool. It's going to park us right here, which is fantastic. That's probably where I would have parked as well. It's a little over the line, so I think it might need to repark, unless it's not going to repark. Let's see. Okay. So it is reparking. There was a car driving right behind. So really good stuff with correcting its parking here. I haven't seen it do this good of a job in the previous builds. All right, perfect. So just dropped us off. Let's go to Carrabba's, pick up the food. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, we got the food, and now we're gonna go ahead and drop it off. Let's do this. Got the food situated, got the endpoint added. Let's go ahead and start self-driving. I think I'm gonna go ahead and do curbside for this one. I can't tell by the app if it's a single family home or if it's an apartment complex. So we'll just do curbside and see how that goes. All right, so we're pulling in right now to the apartment complex. It's gonna be straight down all the way to the left. I have parking lot selected. switch that back over to parking lot from curbside. I just want to see if it's going to reverse in or nose in. We've really been favoring the nose in parking, which is great. That's not bad at all. So you saw there was that hump right there. It went through at 15 miles per hour. That's kind of what I was talking about earlier in the video. Did not avoid that pothole. The previous the previous build avoided that same pothole. So there's that observation. Not sure if that's a regression or what. But it is what it is. It did not avoid that. Now we're making a left after that car passed by. And let's see where it's going to park. I wonder if it's going to park in the... Okay. I mean, that's one way to do it. It's not bad. Let's see if it's going to correct... I don't think it needs to even correct itself. Cool. It did it. Perfect. Sweet. Let's go ahead and drop it off. All right, guys. So a successful drop off there as well. I'm going to end the shift now. So I'm going to go ahead and end the dash. I have to go over to Best Buy to pick up some cables for my YouTube channel, for memory cards, etc. But yeah, it was a good shift. Pretty much no disengagements. Pretty well overall. A couple of weird wonky stuff, of course, with the current build 14.2.1. It's not as polished, in my opinion, with the navigation data, and the lane change hesitation, as we already saw, is also impacted. So not the best, but ultimately fully autonomous delivery shift, which is great. As I did last time, I will upload a screenshot of all of the earnings for the shift. It should include the amount of time that we were delivering, how many deliveries we accepted, and the overall payout. So I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, I'm asking for your support. Again, my goal is to get to 10K subs on my YouTube channel, so I'm asking for your support. It would be great if you do hit that subscribe button. I really appreciate all of the comments as well. It's always great to collaborate with you guys in the comment section of my videos. I really appreciate it. I hope you guys have a great rest of the day. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.